Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking about my chronic sinusitis, if it has gone away, if it's still there. I made a video a few years ago talking about my experience and I really wanted to answer some questions that I've read in the comments over the years about if it actually worked. So keep watching if you want to find out. 3 years ago, before I went to Europe and to Canada, I wanted to fix my chronic sinusitis. I got sick every few months and I didn't know why. I cut out dairy, I tried everything possible. I had a post-nasal drip, it was awful. I could always breathe through my nose, but it was this illness that I kept on getting no matter what I did, and I was just like that sickly friend, and it was very frustrating and it really was debilitating to my life. I went on a waiting list through the public system and I called them and I was at them until I finally got a spot. And anyway, I had the surgery. If you'd like to see the video, I'll link it down below. So 3 years on, I'm in Canada and I have not gotten sinusitis since. Hooray! I have been ill, definitely, but maybe once last year, once the year before. My immune system seems to be a lot better. Basically, they drained all the scar tissue from constant sinusitis that had built up in my sinus areas. And with the Septoplasty surgery, it was all internal and it didn't have any impact on my nose externally, but it was just pretty much creating like canals to let everything out and to clear up that scar tissue area to stop reinfection. So yeah, I traveled Europe, I barely slept, I partied, and I didn't get sick. Moving to such a cold climate like Canada hasn't really had any effect, but I will be completely honest. Sometimes I do get some post-nasal drip. Sometimes when I'm cleaning my teeth, I do have to cough up some mucus. I'm being completely honest with you. That has mainly come back in the last couple of months, probably because it is winter here in Canada. And the past 2 years I went back to Australia, but due to what's going on with the pandemic, I haven't been able to go back to Australia. So I've normally skipped a little bit of the Canadian winter, gone back to Australian summer, but this time I've just been through the winter the whole time. So definitely when I'm run down, I do my glands go up because I had glandular fever, so I can feel it. I just need a rest, but it isn't that sore throat, headache, cough, like sinusitis, all the symptoms that you guys probably know. So that's why I got the surgery. It wasn't because I could never breathe through my nostrils. It wasn't anything with the look of my nose. I quite like my nose, it's fine. Honestly as well, just because I'm very OCD and I looked at my before and after a lot. I think it's because I've gotten older as well and my face is thinned out a little bit. I want to say it did narrow my nose a touch just because there is less cartilage in there. They did take stuff out, so I think it made my nose a little bit thinner, but potentially I just got older and my face changed from when I was, 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it was the surgery that did that. Because I do acting, I look at myself a lot in the camera and obviously with YouTube, so I think that it did, but I wouldn't get this surgery because you want to change the look of your nose. That is a rhinoplasty, that's plasty, wow, American. Rhinoplasty, that's completely different to what I had. Mine was all medical. So I didn't want to change the appearance of my nose, just putting it out there. Another thing that people ask is it scary? Was it painful, etc.? Yes. It was very scary, it was very painful. I had been under before, I believe twice. Yeah, anesthetic I have a really bad reaction to. So the surgery I had before the nose surgery, sinus surgery, I had a ganglion cyst removed. So yeah, I had that cyst removed because it had ballooned out into my tendons and I literally just couldn't move my wrist. It was awful. In 2014, I went completely under and I woke up and I had the worst reaction to anesthetic. I really don't like it. And the time before was my wisdom teeth. I got all of them out under, completely under. So I told the anesthetist that I do get a really bad reaction, and he was so lovely and he did the necessary steps to make sure I didn't wake up and throw up and blah, 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 blah. So that was great. I was fine. I felt you know, in a lot of pain. But yeah, definitely was scary, but I trusted my doctors, and I was in Melbourne, which is, they have some of the best medicine in the entire world in Melbourne, Australia. So I was very, very lucky, very grateful. A lot of people asked me how much did it cost. It didn't cost me anything because it was through the public system in Australia and I was covered by that. I just had to be on a waiting list. You can go with your private health, I'm sure, in other countries and pay to get it done. But yeah, definitely speak with a ENT. That's who I spoke to. Get a lot of x-rays and scans. Try different things in your lifestyle to see if it will fix the problem. Mine, of course, was scar tissue. It was all internal. It's something that I couldn't fix or change myself. I just couldn't believe that that was the reason, because I'd been sort of searching for that answer for so many years. Yeah, I struggled with it mainly from 2010 to 2018. So yeah, 8 years of my life was just spent being really ill, and it was very frustrating, especially doing an acting degree and then my journalism degree studying, and yeah, being in my early 20s with that wasn't great. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this surgery if you have the same symptoms as I had. I honestly don't think that there was enough negative side effects from this surgery to prevent me from doing it. So there were only positives for me. I wanted to try anything at this point. I was so desperate. I was so sick of living with chronic sinusitis, and I didn't know what else to do. And I was just so grateful and lucky that it happened to work in my favor. Obviously, I'm not a health professional. This is just my experience with this surgery. But I found great success with it. In summary, a bit of the post-nasal drip still. I don't get like a blocked or clogged nose because there is such huge like nasal canals. I don't know, it's just very free flowing. But with that, if I'm doing yoga or any workouts or my head is completely over, that sort of weird rush and feeling like head spin happens if I keep my head down there for too long and get up quickly. And that's from the surgery, I believe. I don't know, it's hard to explain. After the surgery, with all the packing in the blood and all the trauma that had happened within the nose, when I dry my hair, normally I flip my hair over and I blow dry it. That was so painful to me, even just like going down to pick something up and going like back up again, that sensation. It's so hard to describe, but I still get a little bit of that, but that's nothing that I can't get over. It's not anything super painful. It's just a weird sort of rush, which is a bit like, oh, that's weird, but it's really hard to describe. But yeah, other than that, so happy with it. I really don't think it affected the appearance of my nose, which was good because I didn't want it to, so don't be afraid of that. There is the smallest minute chance that your nose would like collapse in, but that's like horror stories. It's really, really minimal, and trust the doctors. Go to the best that you can get because it is such a sensitive area. It's something that people see every day. Anything to do with your face, I just think like don't skimp. If you do have to pay for it, go for the best you can get, and someone that you trust and someone who has a good, I don't know, good credentials, you know? So yeah, I don't even know what else to say. Pretty much a lot of you have requested me to do a follow-up years later that it worked. So it worked, and I'm so happy with it. I don't get that sickness anymore, / really get sick at all. So very happy with it. Do recommend. Yes, it's scary, and the pain, it goes away within the month. So you've got a month of pain, just rest, have people there to pick you up from the hospital, take care of you like a parent or a friend or a partner. Just take care of yourself, you'll heal, and I really hope you get the results that I did. That's all I have to say on that. I hope you guys liked this video and it answered some of your questions. If you do have any more, pop it down in the comments below and hopefully I can help you out. Again, I don't know you and your symptoms and your medical history, so definitely go speak to your GP and a professional who knows stuff about noses. I only know about mine, so yeah. Before you guys go, please hit subscribe. It would really help me out. I create lifestyle videos, mainly vlogs and day in the lives and what I eat in a day. If you'd like to keep up with my life, please hit subscribe to Sash Says. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next time. Bye.